Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, welcome. We would love to have you stick around. I'd love for you to consider subscribing because it really makes more of a difference than you would know. So I'm going to be starting a tradizione on my channel, and this is going to be question of the day. Now, I've stolen this idea from, I think, I've been desperately trying to find the video where I saw this, and I think it's Soph. So Soph, who was formerly the artist known as Soph Does Nails, and I think now she's Soph Does Life, because she doesn't do nails anymore, so she's changed her name, if you understand, if you follow. So I was watching one of her videos and scrolling through the comments, as you do, as you know, I'm sure we all do that. And I noticed people saying question of the day and leaving a question. And I don't know if this is what she does or how she does her question of the day. In fact, I'm not even 100% sure it was Soph. I really don't know where I am anymore. I thought this is a great idea. So if you guys have a question for me, I feel like whenever, I think I've done 1 or 2 Q&As on my channel in the 3 years I've been here. And I see other people doing Q&As, and I always feel like the views are never that good on them, because although some of you guys want to know stuff about me, a lot of you don't give a damn, and that's fine. That is allowed. But if you have a burning question, doesn't have to be about a matte foundation, doesn't have to be about makeup. If you have a question about me, my life, anything, you're just nosy, stick it in a comment on the video of the day, and just put question of the day and put whatever your question is. And in my next video, I will choose a question to answer at the beginning of that video. And that way, in each video, we get a little bit of a quick Q&A at the beginning, but no one has to sit through 45 minutes of me answering other people's questions that you aren't interested in to maybe hear the one that you might have cared about. So today I want to talk about matte foundations. I know what you're thinking. Who is this woman and what has she done with Charlotte? And you're right to think that, because as you undoubtedly know, if you are not new here, that I am a dewy girl. I love luminosity. I love the dew. I love the glow. I love it all of it. I love it. That's my vibe. I love dewy, luminous, glowy skin. But with that being said, I understand that there are occasions where matte foundations are a safer choice. I understand that matte foundation, why am I so washed out today? Hopefully that's a little bit better. So as I was saying, there are times when a matte foundation is just needed. Sometimes we want to be matte. I know that on film it looks better or more flattering. I think in photography, flash photography, it can sometimes look a lot better, and sometimes shiny, you know, shine and glow on the whole face with a flash is a bad combination. I also feel like matte foundation is a safer choice for most people for like a wedding day or a very long day, a very long event. Going to a wedding as a guest, I would generally wear a matte foundation when I'm going to a wedding. So I do have a place for matte foundations. They're just not my go-to on a daily basis. I also understand that people have oily skin and matte foundation matters too. So this one's for you guys. So my choices, my top 5 matte foundations, they are all matte foundations. They are, you know, if you look them up, it will say matte next to them in somewhere. I'm sure of it. Whether they're called soft matte, natural matte, mattity matte, who knows what it will say, but I'm sure that that word will be predominantly up there. However, I feel that all of these are, yes, they're matte, but they aren't that flat piece of paper, dry, heavy looking, are you a human being matte, if you get me. So that's what I'm saying to you. These are the mattes for the matte haters. These are mattes for people who don't like matte. These are mattes, but not flats. You're welcome. So first up, let's play a game. Let's play a game. Before we get started, guess. Let's see if you can guess. Put down the 5 matte foundations you think I'm going to mention. So First up, for matte foundations that this matte hater likes, I'm not going to say loves, I'm going to say likes, is Dior Backstage. Now this is called a matte foundation. I'm sure someone's going to tell me that one of these is not, but in fact I've checked and they all say matte on the website, on the websites where they are available. I find this more of a natural finish. I guess it's a natural matte. Yes, it's not dewy or luminous or glowy. Okay, so maybe we could, that's how we, I mean, what am I going on about? Just get back to the foundation. What I love about this foundation is its versatility. You can use it sheer, you can use it full coverage, you can use it medium coverage, you can use it full medium. It has a really good shade range with actual olive tones. I know. So I love it for that. I have great winter and summer matches. I love that you get, is it 50 mils in here? Yes, 50 mils in a squeezy tube that is very easy to get every last drop out of. It looks very natural, skin-like on the skin. Funnily enough, it doesn't feel heavy. It's very travel friendly. It doesn't have SPF in it. It photographs beautifully. It's a great choice for a wedding. It's a great choice for a date night somewhere where you know you're going to get flash photography. It's really a very safe choice. Great for travel, great for lots of purposes. For me, for my everyday, it's kind of fallen out of the top few that I use because I do love a more glowy, dewy foundation typically. But I still do use this. I went through a whole full bottle of my summer shade. This is my winter shade. Is this my second one of my winter shade? It may even be my third bottle, and I'm a good way through it. I still regularly use this one when I'm looking for a less glowy, maybe I'm going to a soft play type of foundation. So yeah, a great choice for a more matte foundation. Next up, a foundation I don't actually own, which seems contradictory, but this is the Urban Decay Stay Naked foundation. I reviewed this one last year when it came out, so I had a sample of it, and in fact I got like 3 samples of it, and I used it for about a week while I was doing my review. Now this, to me, or on my skin, is a very matte foundation. This is as matte as I go, to be honest. Very, very matte, but it is incredibly smooth. Great coverage, again, great shade range with olive undertones. I had one of the best shade matches of life when I was testing this foundation. It is beautifully smooth and flattering on lines, texture, pores, wrinkles, growths. Very, very long wearing. I think it's one that lots of people with oilier skin, or just who just prefer a more matte foundation, really, really love that foundation. So yeah, definitely worth a try if you are somebody who is in the market for a matte foundation, and you know, a pretty decent price point too. Next up, one of my holy grails for a very long time. Last year, it was a tough year. If you were an existing holy grail of foundation, if you made it through last year still in someone's holy grails slot, well done. You're probably there forever now. Well done you. This is Lancome's Teint Idole Ultra Wear, and an absolute staple of mine, has been ever since I found it. I've again been through a full bottle of my winter shade. This is my summer shade, and it is again almost gone. It will undoubtedly be fully used up this summer. This is again what I would call a natural matte. It is matte, but it has some sort of glow from within about it, on my skin anyway. If you're super dry, probably not. If you are super oily, apparently this is like the holy grail for lots of oily skin folk, because it's not super flat, but it does keep you under control. Very long wearing, photographs nicely. It's got SPF 15 in it, so you know, probably the amount that you're putting on your face, it's like going to be an SPF 3 in reality. So yeah, not enough to cause a bounce back. It's beautiful on the skin, great coverage, again very skin like a natural despite being more on the matte side, Really, really recommend trying this one. A really extensive shade range. Annoys me to hell that we have a different shade range in the UK to the US, because it gets very confusing when you're trying to find reviews and match yourself, that for some reason anyone in the US, and in fact I think lots of other countries, have a totally different shade range to us. What is the purpose of that? I don't know, can't tell you. But otherwise, an absolute if you were going to try one of these first, I'd probably try this one. I don't know many people who don't like it, put it that way, whereas some of the rest of these are like a love-hate situation. This one is reliable. Next up, one of these love-hate situations I was just talking about. The Kevyn Aucoin Foundation Balm. Now, I do not recommend buying this blindly, because this is very divisive. I've seen people like myself love it, and I've seen more people hate it. I don't know what to tell you. I have only had good things to say about this foundation. The only reason I don't use it more, it's not in like my ultimate top 5, is because it is matte. You know, but as far as matte foundations go, one of my absolute favourites. I like the Balm formula, which I'm not normally a fan of anything other than a liquid foundation. It comes with a free brush. The only thing I can imagine, I have seen lots of reviews that did not go well using this balm, where they did not use it the same way that I do. That's not to say I'm right and they're wrong, I'm just saying that might be why, and maybe they've tried it in all the ways, but this is what I'm saying to you. When I was reviewing this, I read the instructions from their website, from their leading artist, and he said you swirl the brush like to get a small amount, and then swiping motion, swipe, not buffing, swiping. And he did not say to use a sponge. He said use the brush it comes with, you know, tap it on and swipe, which is what, so that's what I did in my review, and it looks smooth as a baby's face. The smoothest, like most perfected, beautiful skin. It doesn't look natural or skin-like. It is a full coverage, pretty matte foundation. So if you want to look like, is she wearing makeup? Who knows? This is not for you. If you want to look beat and perfect and matte but glorious, maybe it is for you. But I would highly recommend getting a sample or going in store and having them put it on you the way it's designed to work. I know that for some people they'll be like, oh god, if I have to put it on in a specific way, forget it, it's too high maintenance for me. And that's fine, I totally hear you. But that is all I have to say. It's like the one I tend to reach for if I'm going away for the weekend, because it's in a little pot, comes with a brush, I don't need a sponge, gives like perfect coverage. It is like transfer proof, bullet proof, child proof, soft play proof, sweat proof, sun proof, life proof, worth proof, hoof proof, goof proof. When will I learn? But yeah, like I said, I mean, this would be a great choice, I think, for a bride, for a wedding, photographs beautifully. But like I said, it seems to be very hit and miss as to whether you like it or not. So please exercise caution, for the love of God. Another one that kind of falls into that bracket, and this is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation. The only even slightly matte foundation in my top drawer. If you're not familiar with my top drawer, so you shouldn't be. My top drawer in my vanity desk is my everyday, my essentials, my life's work. They are my favourite products, live in there. The ones I need closest to my pores are there, right there in my top drawer. I have 5 foundations in there currently. This one and 4 glowies. 4 glowy dewy sisters and this little monkey snuck right in there. And it's just, I love this foundation. I found great shades in it. I use 7.5N at the moment in my winter skin. Summer I found harder, I will say that. I want to try, so I use 8W in the summer. It's not perfect, it's a little warm for me. But there was no 8, I think there's no 8 N, and there's no 8.5 N, I think, but I did see the next shade that's an N actually looks lighter than the warm, so maybe it'd be worth me to try that, or maybe to mix, I don't know. But yeah, the shades are tricky, lots of them very warm. This is a great olive undertone for me in the winter, 7.5 N. So yeah, shades hit and miss. The foundation itself I find beautiful. A very luminous matte is how I want to describe it. It is a matte, but with some luminosity, if that's allowed. It wears very, very well, incredibly well. I posted a photo some while ago on Instagram when I had just gone to the gym. Like, I had this on all day, gone to the gym, didn't bother taking my makeup off, done 40 minutes on a cross trainer, and it still looked friggin' beautiful. It was a little glowy around, you know, my sweaty nose, but otherwise great. So yeah, if you're looking for an all day, photographs beautifully, like matte keeps you under control, but in a very natural, healthy, youthful way. Like, I love it. It is beautiful. And like I said, to be like on the more matte side and be in that top drawer, I cannot tell you what that says about a foundation, but it's rarely seen the likes of this before. So I know someone's going to ask me, which of these, if you were going to pick one, which one, Charlotte, would you advise? And I think just for its consistency and its full, because I don't know who's asking me, you could have any type of skin, you could be any age, any skin tone, I don't know. So for that reason, I'm going to go with Teint Idole, because I feel as though it's the one that literally I've never seen anybody say anything bad about. You know, reviews are off the scale. It's been around for a very long time. It's very tried and true for many, many people. I don't think you could possibly hate it. Whereas some of these others, these two seem to be a bit more subjective. Some people love them, some people hate them, etc. These two seem to be more like loved across the board. This one has fragrance in it for some reason, which is really weird. Yeah, if you can't go and try something on or get a sample, these are the two that will be the least likely to let you down or to disappoint. I think the others are going to be subjective depending on skin type and preference, but these two are going to be your safest bets in my. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I would love to see you in the next one. Otherwise, take care for now. Bye 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 bye.